Alright. Sweet. So the topic is, what does the Bible say about hunting? Oh no. Alright, I'm back. They kicked me out. Stupid Facebook sent a notification and I was trying to click the banners and it clicked the notification instead of the banner. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Alright, let me click this and alright, so I got it scrolling. Go subscribe to Coon Outdoors Ministries. Alright, we got 2 people watching. Alright, so let me pull it up here. Facebook.
Jared, you're not able to see the comments at all?
Yes, click where it says comments. It should be able to let you see it, but it's only going to show the comments on the ministry page when you click comments. I've got it pulled up on the personal page and the ministry page, so I can see comments on both. But yeah, StreamYard only does the comments for the original. I think it may. Well, you know what? It may show. Well, I don't know if it's showing for the personal page or not. All right, let's see. I sent Adam the link, so I'm just waiting on him. All right, let me mute that so nobody. How's everybody doing tonight? What you doing? What you up to? All right, mute that. And let's see.
I don't even see the comments on here.
All right, so you on a? Okay, it's probably gonna be different for Apple than it is Android then,
I think so.
because
All
like,
all I see is chat down there.
okay, so you don't see anything that says comments. Shoot.
I just won't be able to see what anybody says.
All right. Well, I'll be sure and read them to you. That sucks.
I'll get my laptop set up next time.
Okay. Cool. All right. So waiting on Adam to join. Okay. Let's see.
What's everybody got going on Tuesday night?
Tony says, tell him to click on chat.
All right.
Yeah, Adam, I agree. Yeah, click the link, Adam, see if it'll let you come on in. Yeah, Tony's in there. Tony's in the building. Tony always good about sharing. So shout out to Tony, Music Crush Monday. Y'all go like Music Crush Monday on Facebook.
All right, I clicked on it. It says join the chat, right?
I think so. I'm assuming that I've never looked at it from Android. Hey, Kayla. It's my pretty friend, Kayla. So just waiting on Adam to get in here. All right, so I don't know. Video. All right, so everybody share this out. All right, cool, Kayla. Awesome. So everybody share this out. So let me refresh my page. All right, so I've got my ministry page pulled up on the Facebook app, and then I've got it pulled up also on my personal page on the website. So let's see. All right, so I was reading something. So I want to get at least 10 people in here. We got three right now. I know it's kind of late, but oh, we had to go late. Oh, that way Adam can join. I'm glad John's getting joined. So this is my buddy John. Excuse me. For everybody that don't know, he helps me with the ministry, and then Matt helps me too. But John's been helping me a lot here lately. And so say hi to everybody and who you are.
What's going on, everybody?
So I'm glad we got John in here. So tell everybody about being addicted to coon hunting now.
I didn't. I didn't think I could get addicted to any kind of hunting like this one. So it only been one time, and it's one of those things you're ready to go back the next time for sure.
Yeah. All right, there's Adam right there. Well, it said guest, but yeah, Adam just sent me a message, so maybe he'll get to click it. So once people figure out how to read the chat, then they can, because it's like on, even if me as a guest, like because I got an Android phone, people can click where it says comments on there, or where you can leave a comment and they'll show who's commenting. You just have to learn how to use it. That's all. Because
Yeah,
Adam's
I
trying to
finally
figure
got
out.
to the comments, but once I click on that, I can't see anything else. I just see the comments. I don't see our video at all.
Okay, so
So I'll
it
just
may
stay in
just
there.
okay. Oh, there's Adam right there. Let me click guest. There he is. What's going on?
Not a lot.
Glad to have you here. This is John here. This is Adam down there.
What's up,
Uh,
Adam?
Hey, what's up, man? Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
So John used to watch your lives and comment and stuff. So that's cool. Uh, what's up, Jason Katz in the building? Quake RYC Productions. I'm gonna highlight that. So we got Jason Katz in the building, the owner of Quake Radio. So y'all check us out at quakeradio.com. You can listen to us online. Quake RYC Praise News on Live 365. All right, so
That was a
we
lot.
got a yeah, it is. Uh, so we got a good topic. So Adam come up with this idea of talking about what the Bible says about hunting, and then we're also going to talk about coon hunting. Adam's got questions. I'm sure John's got questions. John's new at coon hunting, so this is pretty cool. So I was reading this earlier. So I found this website. I was reading on my phone before I started, and let me pull it up here. So it's this website called Miss Pursuit, which is it looks to be I don't know a lot about it, but it looks to be a female outdoor site. And this lady wrote this article, Carly, I'm going to butcher your last name, but Carly Brassieux, Brasseux, Brasseux, or however you say it. That sounds Cajun. Anyways, uh, I want to read what I ain't gonna read the whole thing because it'd take a while. But she wrote that like she um, dove into what the Bible says about hunting, and it gives Bible verses to go with it. And of course, let me find the most famous Bible verse that everybody knows. And let's see, I got it right here. So this is pretty cool. 42, Genesis All right, where's it at? Genesis. Came a Genesis 27:3. Now then, please take your gear, your quiver, and your bow, and go out into the field and hunt game for me. That's pretty cool. That's the one most everybody's heard of at least once in their life. I've actually put that on several of my wood crosses that I make. And then this is what she wrote about it. It says, scroll up here. It says hunting an ancient and primal pursuit has been woven into the fabric of human history for millennia. But what about its place in the spiritual tapestry? Does the Bible shed any light on this age old practice? Let's embark on a journey through the scriptures to explore what the Bible says about hunting. And then, let's see, Bible's perspective, hunter's beginning. The Bible's exploration of hunting starts in the very beginning at Genesis 27:3. We encounter the story of Isaac and his son Esau, a skilled hunter. Isaac's love for Esau's game led him to favor his son. The narrative showcases hunting as a means of providing subsistence and securing favor, or sustenance and securing favor. And then this is kind of neat. It goes with it. It says provision for necessity. In Proverbs 12:27, the Bible speaks to the importance of hunting for sustenance. The lazy do not roast any game, but the diligent feed on the riches of the hunt. Here, hunting is framed as a means of providing for oneself and one's family. It highlights the diligence and resourcefulness required for survival in ancient times. And so, so what that tells me is, just reading that little bit right there, it tells me, that hunting's been around for eons, generations and generations, and it talks about how, um, how they hunted game for food. It was for a reason. And I'm one of those people. I don't like to just hunt just for the heck of it. I like to hunt to eat it or give it to somebody else. I just love hunting. Period. But there's some people that don't. They just kind of abuse that privilege. But what y'all's take on hunting?
That's my thing is I think if you're gonna kill it, you need to eat it or give it to somebody that's gonna eat it. That's my take on it.
So what you think, Adam?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think yeah, if you're hunting to eat it, sure. If you're hunting to make a living, like sell the fur or pelts or whatever you, because I don't do that type of hunting, so I don't know what the proper words are, but uh,
Sure.
or if you're trapping, yeah, I know a lot of people that trap in my area. Trapping's real big right now because it usually goes through like March, I think, on the stuff that my people I know that trap. I've went and done that one time trapping. That was a whole other experience. But anyway, um, so yeah, I've never been big on the whole. People got full lions mounted and just different stuff like the big game stuff that I don't see and I get a lot of flack for that. You know what I mean, from people that hunt just regular like us, like we do. They're like,
Sure.
"How do you say that's?" I'm like, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying I don't get it, and I wouldn't do it. Like I wouldn't just go
Yeah.
shoot a tiger to shoot a tiger to say I did it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just not my thing. I'm not hating on nobody that does it. It's just I don't get it. You know.
Yeah.
So, but just on that you said Proverbs 12:27 or whatever.
Yes.
It said, "Whoever is slothful will not roast his game, but the diligent man will get precious wealth." Uh, that's a little more in there, and then it says you're talking about at the beginning, Genesis 1:29. It says, "And God said, Behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the face of the earth, and every tree with seed is in its fruit. You shall have them for food, and every beast of the earth, and to every bird of the heavens, and to everything that creeps on the earth, everything that has breath of life. I have given you every green plant for food." And it was so. So, that's telling you, God put everything here that can be, down to the plant, So,
that's true.
Amen.
and a lot of people like take issue with, you know, uh, I've heard people say, that's not very Christian like. When people go and hunt things, or as they put, they say that KILL. I don't want to say it on here to get Facebook,
Oh,
but
that's right.
use the 4-letter word, uh,
Yeah.
they say it's not very Christian like, and I asked for a little elaboration on that. It's just a whole bunch of nonsense to me. But I think if you're doing it for the right reasons, and
Yes.
whether you're doing it for like when you guys go doing the raccoon hunting, were you the one doing it the other last week,
Yeah.
John? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And I was when he went. I think he was live, or did you video, Jared?
Video chat.
Video chat. And
Yeah,
I
he was
said,
he was live
yeah,
with you and missed my video.
dude, it was a heck, dude. But I was on video when you did get the first one, and that was a heck of a shot.
Oh
And
yeah. One
and I
shot.
was and I've never been. I know several people that do it. We have a really big lodge 15 minutes up the road here. Jared, I showed Jared it one time on video, and that thing gets 150 trucks in it on a Friday night,
Wow.
and they all go out to wherever they're going. I mean, just it's a huge, it's a full camp setup, like for cooking, sleeping. I mean, it's a whole lodge, and that's all they do there.
Yep, I'm moving.
So it's very
Hey,
fascinating to me.
hey, Teresa.
So what was? Let me ask you this, John. What like what? So were you an avid hunter before that?
Yeah, I deer hunt.
Okay. So what sparked the interest in doing uh the raccoon hunting?
Watching Jared's videos, to be honest with you.
I mean, that's my reason. Like, because I've never seen it like on live or anything, but I know a bunch of people that do it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But it never struck my interest. I was like, man, I ain't trying to do all that.
Man, as soon as we got there and like we were in the pitch black dark and the dogs went to rolling and I was like, man, this is just life right here. You
Man,
could hear them
that
dogs
make
way
your hair
off in
stand
there.
up on the back of your neck.
It
Oh
does.
yes.
That's cool.
Kayla says I'm just here for the deer meat and the deer jerky.
That's really cool. That I have, like I said, I have the same reasons. I've never it's kind of like one of those things. Like, I know people that try. I know the people what they do when they get the when they get the raccoons and stuff. But to me, I was just like, man, I don't want to do that. It just doesn't appeal to me. But
Yeah.
after meeting Jared, almost 5 years ago, and uh, seeing countless videos, and it's just like
The thing
there's a
about it
lot
is,
more that goes into it than I thought. I thought it was just you go out there, they already know where it's at, you pop it. I thought it was like kind of like squirrel hunting, like
yeah. The thing
no.
is, you don't have to be quiet. You can talk and move around. You ain't got to worry about being quiet the whole time.
Man, see, I thought, and see, sitting here right now, I figured you'd have to be.
Uh,
and see with deer hunting, like I loved it. Well, I don't like deer hunting as much as I used to. I got burned out on it, and I like turkey hunting. But both of those sports, you have to be quiet. You have to worry about scaring them
mhm.
off. But with coon hunting, you don't, because the dog's already making a bunch of racket. And coons, they don't pay attention to noise unless you got a coon squaller. Which let me grab a coon squaller and I'll show you what it does.
What was funny is me and Jared was sitting on the buggy in the dark, and Gerald had already let the dogs in, and all of a sudden we heard something behind us. It was pitch black. It was like big old wings, but you couldn't see it. So we shined the flashlights over there, and there was a big old turkey over there in the woods, right by us.
Oh yeah, you talking about something like what in the world? And then and then and then I hear Gerald say, "Oh, that was a turkey." I said,
Yeah,
"Good gosh!" I said, "Yep, that was a turkey. You can hear him. He
it
was just."
sounded like it had a 4 foot wingspan on him.
I've been hearing about Mr. Gerald since I've known Jared.
Oh man, I was so glad I met that man. He's an awesome dude.
Yeah, I call him the coon whisperer is what I call him because
Well,
he
that's
knows how to
good. That's
talk to
good
the
that you
language.
got. That's good that you were able to go and meet Mr. Gerald, and it's good that you guys have that friendship. It's really cool.
He actually let me borrow one of his lights that night because I had just a cheap Amazon light, And once I borrowed it, I got home. I was like, "Man, where'd you get that light from? I really liked it." And then he's like, "I got a couple of them. I'll sell you the one you had." So he
No,
sent it to me. So it's awesome.
nice.
So, okay, so this is, for those that don't know, this is what a coon squaller is. I don't know if you can see it on camera. This is a plastic
Mhm.
call. It's got a lanyard on it. And this is a two-part call, which means you can take it apart. And it's got your, I don't know if you can see it, it's reeds on the inside. That's what makes your sound. And then this is made by Woodwise, the call masters, which is the guy that owns Woodwise. He retired, so this is a rare item. And he retired, they're out of business. And then this is handmade laminate wood. This is a two-part call made by Bob Scarantino at Bob's Custom Calls. I had this one handmade. He handmade that one for me, and then put his logo on there, and then put Made in USA. And then this one is a smaller one, which is made by Paul Sanchez at Cypress Bottom Game Calls. And sadly, I think Paul had a stroke a few years ago, so he had to quit making calls. So this is a rare one.
I like
But
that one.
but to give you the different now, my favorite on sound is probably this little wood one, and I'm learning how to make these. And then, of course, you'll have it around your neck, like give you an idea. So you'll have it around your neck, and when you blow this, the coons are in the tree, and this is basically like your wounded sound is like a call to get them to look and see what it is, pay attention. So you kind of do it like a duck call for any of you duck hunters out there. You put your fingers on the end like that, you cup it like that, and you blow into it like a duck call. You flutter your tongue. Your tongue goes like that. And as you move your hand up or down, that changes the sound to how deep you want it. And you just go like this.
No, that's not very loud.
No, and which I mean, I usually go louder, but everybody's
Oh,
trying to
okay,
go.
okay. I got you. I got you.
But yeah, and then this one sounds way different. This one sounds like,
Okay.
oh, my
When you're in the
cat's looking
woods,
at me.
it's really loud though.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've heard that noise when you catch them in a cage because I used to live trap and I've caught several of them in a cage, just to relocate them. You know.
Yeah, it's cool how they come up with that sound. So this one, this Woodswise, this is a Raging Coon Squaller. They call this one as the model, and it's got two reeds in it. Kind of hard to see. And then
Hmm.
this one's got two reeds in it, but it's one stacked on top of the other. And then this one made by Bob's Calls is two reeds, but they're two reeds side by side. This one sounds more shrill than the others.
Okay.
But that one sounds more like, and really, if you do this one right, it sounds just as good as the others. But you have to really put a lot of air pressure in it and blow into it. But I'm learning how to make these on a wood lathe.
Mm, nice.
But I
So
I just
what?
don't.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So Uh, what made you, Jared? Uh, when did raccoon hunting like come into your life? Like, how old was you? What
So
your interest with it? Like, how'd you get turned on to it?
all right, so it was 2000, 2015 maybe. I think it was 2015. May have been earlier. I don't remember. But my dad would always ask me, so hey, he invited Mr. Gerald, my friend Mr. Gerald Ball, to go coon hunting over here. And he knew that Mr. Gerald coon hunted, and I knew Gerald, but I didn't know him like super, super well. And he invited him to go coon hunting. Well, every time my dad asked me to go, I was always watching wrestling. I was like, wrestling's, I was addicted to watching wrestling on the computer instead of going. Well, then, as a year or two advances, my dad went several times, and I was like, you know what? And I actually went one night with them, with Mr. Gerald. My dad didn't go, and I got hooked. And so now, sadly, I'm hooked, and my dad don't go no more. So I kind of wished I'd have went back then. That still eats me alive. But oh,
Eh,
he
yeah,
goes every now and then.
yeah, I understand, but
And so basically,
your
like,
dad turned you on to it, so it's not he may not go with you, but
Yes,
You know,
and
he's still with you. You know, he put you on it, so you shouldn't let it eat you up. You know, he puts you on. You know, it'd be different if like I would be different if like say John here was like, hey man, I do this coon hunt stuff, you know, come with us, blah blah, and you jump to the first time you invite, you know, then I would because your dad sat here for all these years trying to get you to go and you wouldn't,
yeah,
but then some other random part, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
yes, yeah, yeah, and that's a very good point. But like, so I started going, and I got to know him even more. Then we had a guy named Byron Parnell who would go with us, and then we started having more and more people go with us. And so I call my people that like all my friends that come hunting with us. If you go at least one time and you come back, then you're considered. I consider you in the Coon Hunters Outdoors Ministry Coon Hunting Posse. And so I call it the Coon Hunting Posse because back in the day in the cowboy days, lynch mob would go out there and they'd round the bad guys up or whatever. The posse would go round them up. So I call it the Coon Hunting Posse because us coon hunters go out there and round them up.
I
We
tell you
lost him.
what's nice is Mr. Gerald's four seater with that dog box. That's a nice setup.
Oh yes, it is. He just got that thing too. So everybody that's watching, share this live. Tell your friends, tell your grandma, your auntie, your uncle, your redneck cousin from another mother. Um, Call your long lost brother from overseas and tell them to come watch this show. And we need some more interaction in the comments too. So how you doing, Miss Teresa? I'm gonna wait for Adam to jump back in. But yeah, it does. It all started from uh, like, and that's a good areas. All right, so there he is.
you guys got me.
Yep.
Yes.
My apologies. I had my daughter was calling, telling me she was going to bed. My
Oh, that's all right. That's
Got to take
important.
care of that.
yeah, and
Yeah, yeah.
and, I have to go all the way out, come all the way back in because it'll mess the sound up on my end every time for some reason. I don't know,
He
but
have
I'm so I got cut off at the part where you were talking about uh, if you go once and come back, and then
so yeah. So like, if you go once with us and then come back and then go with us on a regular basis, I go ahead and consider you in the Coon Hunters Outdoors Ministries Coon Hunting Posse. Because it's like in the cowboy days, you know, they would get posses up and they'd round up the bad guys. So this is our way of the coon hunters rounding up the coons and the dogs rounding them up. So I call us the Coon Hunting Posse.
so let me ask you this then, because I told you when I come on I was going to kind of uh, interview a little bit and get to
Sure.
know more about the aspect of you and how this came about, um, outside of speaking on some scripture and stuff like that. And I know some people are probably thinking like, man, I thought this was going to be, uh, and if anybody knows anything, when I'm on a live, it just kind of goes where it goes. But
That's right.
uh,
Yep.
what uh, so the ministry part of it though, where did all that come about? Like, so you get turned on to going raccoon hunt and stuff like that. You're hooked. Like, how did it become outdoors ministries, and how does the ministry relate? How does it relate with hunting? Like.
Okay, great. That's a great question. I'm glad you asked that. So, and I'm going to add a two-part to this. The first part is going to be that answer, and then I'm going to transition to the logo or the current logos I have. So, um, so anybody that's into hunting, guns, ammo, you name it, anything to do with the outdoors, they know of all these different hunting expos. Like for instance, the SHOT Show, which is in Las Vegas, is the largest gun hunting expo out there. And then, or one of the biggest, and then the World Deer Expo is right up there with it in Birmingham. And then you have the Buckmasters Expo, which is in Montgomery, which is a little smaller than those two. But these events, they have 3 days of nothing but hunting and fishing gear on sale. And you get to meet outdoor TV celebrities. You get to meet famous people like like stale cracker was at the Deer Expo a few years ago. That's money, dude. Put on cracker.
Yeah.
And and then like so there's these coon hunting events that are similar that they do 3 days, and the ones we go to are like 5 hours away. And there's one in Tennessee called the world's largest St. Jude coon hunt, and then which is in Parsons, Tennessee, and then the other one is the Winter Classic in Batesville, Mississippi. And they're both kind of similar, the same event. They both 3 days of hunting and fishing stuff, just like the World Deer Expo, except it's coon hunting stuff. And so I would go to the one in the Winter Classic in Batesville every year, and we'd go for about a day or two, spend the night in Batesville, Mississippi, and we'd come back. And I seen this guy named Bob Osborne who runs Timber Creek Dog Supply, which is a outdoors business. He sells all kind of dog supplies, hunting supplies, you name it, he's got it. And Bob's a really, really good Christian guy. And so he had this booth called Coon Hunters for Christ. I bought a T-shirt and I bought a hat and got a decal. Throughout the 2 or 3 years that I would see his booth there. Well, he always had a Timber Creek Dog Supply booth where he was selling dog collars and getting the hunters fixed up. And then he had his other booth for Coon Hunters for Christ. And so I like Coon Hunters for Christ was awesome because he always had somebody run his booth, and it'd be a picture of a tree out in the woods, and the dogs would be treed, whatever. And so it was just his way of ministry to witnessing to coon hunters because there's
Hmm.
not a lot of ministries out there for coon hunters. And so then I decided, and I met him one year. I think it was maybe the last time I was up there. I met him again a few years ago when I was talking to him. I said, "Hey, Miss Bob, I got a question." Because I'm friends with him on Facebook. And I said, "Hey," I said, "how, I asked him about his ministry. And he said, well, he said, doing the running this business full time, I don't have time to run my ministry anymore like I should." I said, "Well, what about starting a South Alabama chapter? I'd like to do that." And he said, "You know what?" He said, "That's a good idea. Send me a message and hit me up about that and ask me, and we'll see about getting that going." That's great. I said, "Okay." So I sent him like three different messages on Facebook Messenger and never heard from him. And I was like, okay. I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna start my own. So one of my best friends, Matt Harville, helped me start it. And I noticed that at these hunting events that there was a lot of coon hunters out there that are lost. They don't know about Jesus. And I noticed that there was a lack of people witnessing to him except for Bob's deal, but he can't do it full time anymore like he was, do it as much as he did. And so he inspired me to start my own, and then I started my own from that.
Okay.
And
Uh,
then the
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
so the second part is, so I've got three logos, actually four. So Andrew made me a logo, which was kind of different. It was more realistic. And then my cousin Joseph, his wife made me a logo. She made my first one. So shout out to Crystal Ogle for making my first logo. And then I had Miss Terry Jordan with Adonai Graphics. He used to do my shirts. Miss Terry made me a logo. And then my buddy Ron Southern has made my last two logos. And so to tie into that, what the what the logo means, so people that's seen any of my last three logos is uh or all of them actually, there's always a coon on a cross, and there's always the hunters going up to the cross, and you see the dog treed at the cross or tree or whatever. And so my newest logo, I got Ron. I told him what I wanted, and so I told him, I said, I want you to just run with your creative idea, but this is what I kind of want. So he put, and of course I'm red, white, and blue patriotic. I support the troops and the cops. So he made it red, white, and blue like I wanted, and then half of it's a tree and half of it's a cross, and you got the dog tree. And so what the meaning behind that is, and I never thought about it, but I'm a huge fan of the Christian rock group Rusty Ship, and they just won a Grizzly Award for Rock Song of the Year. But the cool thing about Rusty Ship is, so Russ, the lead singer, asked me one day on my Facebook, on my ministry page, when I first started listening to their music. He commented on my post on my ministry page because I had tagged their band in a post that I was listening to their music. and he asked me. He said, "Hey, what does that exactly mean?" Because he saw the older logo with the dogs treed um, on the cross, and he said, "What does that actually mean?" And I got to thinking about it. And then he saw my new logo where the hunter was going up to the cross, and I got to thinking about it. So the I don't have a decal with me, or I'd show you. But basically, that means that when the dogs are treed at the cross, and the hunter's going there to look up at the cross of the tree, that's basically the hunter is looking up to Christ or looking for Christ. So them searching for that coon is a hunter searching for Christ, saying that they need him in their life. They can't do everything alone. So,
Mm.
and it never hit me till he asked me that. Him and AJ the drummer asked me about that, and I said, you know what? And I thought about it. I said, well, this is what this logo means, and then there was another ministry called Coon Hunters Looking Up to Christ, and my logo was kind of similar to theirs. And I said, yeah, you know what? I want to do something a little different. I want to copy their logo,
Yeah.
and so that's where the logo and the ministry started.
Well, I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask one more question, and I'll let John talk a while. Uh,
Okay.
so is it safe to? So is it fair to say? Because a lot of people might see your page name and be confused, right? Like, what is what is Coon Hunters Outdoor Ministry? They out there in the woods, like doing services, like what? No, you know. So is it safe to say? So is it not safe to say, but fair to say?
Yeah.
You got a group of guys that get together and they're out there doing the sport of raccoon hunting, all in the name of the Lord, trying be safe about it, ethical about it, and along the way, if it gets you closer to Christ through raccoon hunting or through fellowship or whatever, is that like basically what your purpose of your is
Pretty
that fair to
much.
is
Exactly.
that fair to say?
Yep. Pretty much
Okay.
that in a nutshell.
So we're
And
not. That's what I'm saying. We're not out there sitting around trees with raccoon dogs, and we're having a full blown church service. Just because
No.
like because some people
yes,
might see the page and think that. Yeah. So
yes.
uh,
So
you
so
know,
that's actually a very good question.
so
So it's basically because, like, when you go coon hunting, John can tell you, you can fellowship with several people. You can
mhm.
take as many people as you want, and to listen to the dogs just bark and tree and do what they do is just like heaven. It's like you said earlier, make the hair stand up on your back. And then fellowship and bringing people closer to Christ by having a fun avenue of wild game hunting, because
and
people can
yeah,
say, "Oh wow, these guys are cool. They go cooning." Oh, well, and then that's when they see the cooning aspect, you bring them in. Then you tell them about Jesus, the
yeah,
one two.
right. And you give all the glory to the animal, and you thank it, and
Yes,
and just if you can, like you said, spread the word of God to each other, bounce ideas off of each other, and have fun in the sport of raccoon hunting, and all while giving thanks to that animal. So yeah, but John, the floor is yours, man. I didn't mean to take up so much time, man. Sorry
No,
about
man.
that.
oh, that was great. No, you did fine.
I'll be honest with you. You know, I don't know where I would be right now if it wasn't for watching Jared's page and being able to hang with him and go coon hunting. I'm not sure where I would be, to be honest with you. So this has helped me out a lot, you know.
Well,
That, that
it's a
that's
stress
amazing.
relief.
That's amazing. And I tell Jared this, and Jared don't give him John Jared don't give himself enough credit. I tell him, sometimes you might have 20 people in there. Heck, you might have 100. You might have
Yeah.
two, but you're reaching somebody. Somebody's paying attention. So that right there, what you just said, right there. If any doubt he ever has or anything, he can go back to this live and reassure himself that he's reaching people, and it
Mhm.
might not be hundreds and thousands of people like a lot of people want or expect to have, but he is making a difference in
I
somebody's
mean,
life.
I used to go to church all the time, and then I quit going to church. And then when I met Jared, you know, I started helping him some, and I was like, I'm going back to church. I've been going to church ever since, and it's been life changing for me. I still got a long ways to go, but hey, I mean, you know, I'm on the right road anyway.
Got to
Yeah,
start somewhere.
man. We that's what this crazy world, man. This crazy world's about is uh, the different avenues and twists and turns and curveballs you get thrown at you. And, you know, uh, I've been on a heck of a roller coaster over the last 5 or 6 years with being sober. 20 years I lived a life of not cool stuff.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool at the time, but I ruined a lot of relationships. I ruined a lot of family relationships. You know, a marriage, uh, uh, just because of what I thought was the way you were supposed to live or the way I was so used to being around. And then in
Hmm.
2018, I said, you know what? Let's try something different. And here we are in 2024. It's 2024, right? Yeah. And
Yeah.
sober, haven't looked back since. Trying to figure out faith and where I'm supposed to be at and stuff like that as far as that and walk that life or whatever. I'm very, very green and trying to figure that all out. And that's why I ask a whole bunch of questions and anytime I can. And I've made a lot of decisions over the last 2 years, especially with this whole social media thing, and Jared knows full well about this. And, I made a lot of, I thought good decisions, or I was making good decisions. And looking back, I was making so bad decisions. I was surrounding myself around more people that I didn't want to surround myself with, but for some reason I kept convincing myself that's what I was supposed to be doing,
Yeah.
and tearing down my own life for no reason. Like, and you know, you got to just sometimes, like with me, I was just like, I got to just get refocused, and because I was making social media, uh, I was giving it so much importance
Yeah.
versus talking to your fellow human or a friend or whatever about the right things in life, versus the stuff that social media can suck you in that black hole. And but yeah, Jared, I've told Jared this too. I couldn't. I told him this last week. On the uh, I was gonna say the radio show, but the Wiseman show.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
you know that I was very grateful for his friendship, and he's taught me a lot along the way, and he's helped me out in such like a mental capacity, a spiritual way, I guess, that is priceless. You
I've
know,
started, I've learned you hang around positive people and it'll turn you positive. If you hang around negative, it's going to turn you negative.
yeah, yeah. And that's the
That
thing
is
I
true.
was doing. That's what I was doing. I was hanging around a bunch of negative people and
Yeah.
allowing negative influences and had blinders on and couldn't, and it is what it is though. I'm great. But here's the thing though. This might sound silly, but I'm grateful for all those relationships in the past
Oh, yeah.
because they
It
got me,
teaches you a lesson.
they get you where you need to get to, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent, whatever, so, do I want to go and repeat the 20 years of that stuff I did? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be on here right now talking to you two fellas if I wouldn't have went through it,
Yeah.
so, but that's cool though that, um, it's pretty cool to hear Jared's purpose or Jared's mission that he's trying to do with this page get validated. Like, right, just like, I mean, it was cool to hear you say that, you
Yeah,
know,
because there's so many people. Like I go to these hunting events all the time, and then and even the one that I help with. So I'm on the Clark and Washington Counties Coon Association, and they've been doing our little St. Jude hunt for 34 years, and this year was the 34th annual Elvis Roberts Memorial St. Jude Coon Hunt. John was helping, and John had a booth for his company, Hydraulics, who he works for. So if anybody needs any hydraulic fittings around Mobile, go see John at Hydraulics. He can hook you
mm,
up. And so then we had like in our event, we do vendors, we have a auction, we have a bench show for the dogs, and then we have a um um shoot. Oh, we cooked plates. We had Boston butts. We had all kind of plate food for sale. And of course, the hunting vendors and the other vendors, we had Trey with Lyle Machinery up there with a Bobcat skid steer on display. So shout out to Lyle Machinery for having a booth. But basically, what we do at our event is we have a 2 night coon hunt for all the hunters, and then we have the Saturday is the big day. We have all the vendors set up and selling their supplies. We got Mr. Ashley at Success Hunting Supply. He sets up every year and sells dog collars, all kind of hunting gear. And his big thing is he loves supporting the kids at St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
Mm.
So he donates a dog box every year to the overall winner of the hunt, which is cool. So if you win, you have to win both nights, or not really win both nights, but you have to have the highest score for both nights combined to win the dog box for first place. And then second place has prize, and they give out trophies and stuff. And then we have our auction, which is cool because, and the vendors they have an option to either, oh, if they want to have a vendor booth, they can donate towards the auction, or they can pay minimum of $50. And so this year we had more vendors. This year we had Hydraulics, of course, and then we had Lyle Machinery, and then we had um, one of the vendors didn't get to make it, but it was Mr. David Boyette with Sunshine Mills Pet Food. So Sunshine, for those who don't know, they make dog and cat food in Alabama, and he didn't get to make it, but he donated 15 bags of their expensive Sportsman Pride dog food to the auction. And then we had Mr. Lonnie Miller with the Alabama Dog Hunters Association. He came and had a booth with Spencer Cosby. And Alabama Dog Hunters Association, they fight for dog hunters' rights. They take up memberships and then they hold hunting events everywhere. They have lawyers that fight for our rights and stuff, which is cool. And so Spencer Cosby was there with him with a booth, and Spencer works for Specialty Feed Incorporated in Memphis, Tennessee. So if you want some good dog food, go see Sunshine or Specialty Feed. Specialty makes a value pack dog food, and Spencer had a booth there for them. And then he donated 15 bags of their, I think it was 2018 dog food, and that stuff's like $35 a bag. So anything that's donated in the auction by all these businesses, like my cousin Bill that works at South Alabama Kubota in Monroeville, he donated a Husqvarna weed eater, a $250 weed eater. Him and his boss donated one. And so anything that goes to the auction, just like a regular auction, they have the auctioneer, and I work behind the table helping move the stuff down. And they'll have everything from pies to gift items from local gift stores to gift cards to gift certificates. And you have churches that donate. And then they usually sell out of everything. And this year they did. They sold out of everything. And the money raised from the whole event, the whole proceeds, everything goes to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. And so the cool thing is, like, when we get done, we take a huge check and we go to the big hunt I was telling y'all about in Parsons, Tennessee. And they've been doing theirs about 45 years. And there's thousands and thousands of people go through this event. And so they'll have a ceremony in each club that donates, and then we'll donate that check directly to St. Jude's at that event. So it's pretty cool.
Nice. Well, Jared, I'm gonna bounce out of here. I talked to you before the show. Uh,
Sure.
I'm gonna let you and John close her out here in a little while or whatever. But I
Well,
appreciate you having me on. I appreciate John the conversation. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, man, you too.
I hope you get to go more. You know, and I'm hoping to make it to Alabama here at some point this year, and I get to experience it because it does look
oh,
like a lot of fun. So,
It
oh,
is,
you
man.
look, you're going, and we're gonna make you a member of the coon hunting posse.
well, y'all have a good night, and God
You
bless
too,
y'all.
man. You too.
Thank you. See ya, dude. That was great. I'm glad Adam got to come on.
Yep. I'm glad I got the meeting.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I've always commented on his pages and stuff. Never actually got the meeting though.
Yeah, so now you get to, and like he was saying, like he was live the other day, or he wasn't live. Video chat. We was in video chat, and he's been telling me, like he was telling you earlier about that coon hunt lodge up there. He's been telling me about it for a while, and I finally got to see it. He lives in Missouri, and he was going down the road, and it was sleeting that day, so it looked like it was snow all over the road. But he was going down there. It's this big, gigantic hunting lodge, And he said that's where all these guys get together. They're just in this club or whatever, and they go coon hunting. And it said it on the side of the building. It said something coon hunting lodge or rec. I was like, wow, that is cool. I would love to go to a place like that one day.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I wish I lived closer up there where y'all are so I could go more often.
Oh, look.
I'm
So
only an hour and a half, so it's not that bad.
yeah, it's not too bad. So maybe I don't think I'll be able to go this weekend, but the next weekend, plan on coming if you ain't got nothing.
Yeah, I just told her wife. I said I know your brother was coming in, so we're gonna wait till next week to ask
Okay,
about
great. Cause
coming up.
look, and you get anytime you want to come, you come up. Cause we go every Thursday and Friday, and sometimes on Saturdays. And so with you working late, a lot of times you can come on anytime on Saturday.
Yeah, I like to come up and stay a Friday night and then hunt on Saturday too, and then come back home.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's fine with me. Um, yeah, if Adam's still watching, thank you, Adam, for coming on. So you got anything? So any questions you have or anything you want to say about towards the Bible or anything?
To be honest with you, I really didn't come prepared because I was, the last minute coming on.
Oh sure, sure.
I'll be more. This is my first time going live, so I'll be more prepared next time.
Oh, that's cool. Well, okay. So do you have a question about coon hunting?
Um, I'm trying to think.
Because I
Hey,
know
there
it's
was.
all
Was there? Is there a limit on them?
no, no, there's not.
So you
So
can.
that's a very good question. And another thing too is some people say, well, is there a season on them? Well, there used to be. Up until about 4 or 5 years ago, or however long it's been, there used to be a season, and it come from September all the way through February. Well, like if we get invited to other places, we can't go until deer season ends.
Mm,
Because the deer hunters, they're like, oh, you can't go coon hunting, it messes up your deer hunting, and I mean that drives me crazy to hear that because that's the people that are uneducated on coon hunting that's never been, and until they go, then they see it's not what they think it is. And so and yeah, there's no limit on them, and now the season is year round, so you can go anytime. And of course, I know some people dumb enough to go during the summer when snakes are out. And I'm like, well, if you get bit by a snake, then that's on you. I'm not paying your doctor bills. And then another thing about going during the summer is the leaves are all on the trees, green leaves everywhere, and you can't see nothing. They're hard
yeah.
to find in the summer. So the best times to go is when it's fall and when it's cold on a polar bear's toenails. That's the best time to go because like because the leaves are off the tree, you can see them better. And so so going back to the people saying that you don't need to be coon hunting if you're gonna be deer hunting. So recently, my friend James Lawler, aka Big Daddy, passed away, and I was super sad by that. That really bothered me that he passed. But he always shared my hunting posts, my videos on our Facebook. He always shared our hunting stories, and so I made a video when our friend Steve Kelly that goes with us. Shout out to Steve Kelly. So Steve was hunting with us about a month ago, sometime yeah, around a month ago, a little more. And he was hunting. He said, "Hey Jared, look at that! Look at that buck right there." And it was either a buck or a doe. I don't remember. I had to go back and watch the video. But the dogs, you could hear them. Ow, 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 ow. Dogs are just treeing, treeing. And if a dog sits there at a tree and trees more than 6 times, then you know he thinks he's got it. And if he stays there. And so the dogs, they were staying there and they were chopping on the tree, they call it. Just going crazy. And Steve points his deer out and he says, "Hey, Jared, look at that deer, look at that buck." And we got to looking. I pulled my phone out and I said, "Hold up, let me video this." And we start walking closer and closer. And showing up, you could clearly see there was a deer lying down in the video. And the deer gets up, doesn't pay no mind to the dogs like what a lot of people think. Because most people that are they're uneducated on the subject, they just They just think the dogs ruin your deer hunt and scare them off, and the deer never come back. But I got proof in the pudding on that video that deer stayed there. And the only reason the deer moved because I kept walking closer to it. And I was shining my light at it. The deer gets up and you see it walk on off and just runs on off. Didn't pay the dogs no mind. And so Big Daddy James shared that to his page. And last month, I believe it was when he shared it. And he's like, hey, look at what look at what Jared did. They had coon hunting the other night. They seen a deer. That goes to show you that it don't mess your deer hunting up. And then the next Wednesday on his Wednesday night show, I commented something, and then he brought that up again, and I thought that was kind of cool. So
So I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on coon hunting every day at lunchtime, all through the day, and
sweet.
I'm just trying to learn more about it. And so if a coon dog's in the woods and there's a deer close by, will he not go after it?
So if the dog's trained and he's good at what he does, he's not supposed to mess with that deer.
Yeah,
But sometimes a young dog that don't know no better will chase that deer, or there's even been older dogs that will chase a deer.
yeah,
And usually it's either because they don't know no better or they wasn't trained the correct way. And I have seen it. I have seen a dog run a deer, and that's embarrassing to a coon hunter. Now it don't
yeah,
necessarily embarrass me because I don't look at that kind of thing, but I know a lot of my friends do. If like and like a possum for example, like I joke around all the time with Mr. Gerald and them because a coon hunter's number one enemy besides a deer is a possum.
possible.
And it's the number one thing. And like I joke around with them all the time. Oh, we're gonna go tree some possums tonight, ain't we? And it's so freaking funny. Mr. Gerald told me straight up. Sometime last year, I told him that he stood up like he got like this, and he says, "My dog don't treat possums, sir. He treats coons." I lost it. If I laughed any harder, I'd have peed my pants. And he said, "My dogs don't treat possums, sir. Possum, sir. He treats coons." And so the running joke about that is like, there's been several times, even with my friends, their dogs have done it before that we've had in the past. If they tree a possum, it's not good because they're only supposed to be trained to smell coons, the scent of a
Hmm.
coon, and tree a coon. So if they tree a possum, it's not good. But there is times where if it's a young dog or it's an older dog that's still trying to learn or whatever, then it is okay for a dog to tree a possum because then you say, well, at least he's treeing something. It's better than
Hmm.
not treeing anything. Then you can train them and try to correct them into learning how to tree a coon.
Well, I'm on like 6 or 7 different coon hunting pages now on Facebook, and I see where everybody's asking, "Hey, you got any live coons in a trap?" Because I want my dog. I'm training my dog, and I guess they go get them and then they let them out. Let them
Yes,
chase them, tree them up.
yes, yes. And so like, uh, because the dumb people at PETA, a lot of these hunts they don't allow live coons in a cage anymore. Thanks to those dumb people. But that's a whole different subject on those weirdos. But like, and so, and you can only have a just a hide in there. Well, a show enough good dog. I mean, a lot of coon dogs that go for the hide or the real thing, whatever. But it's better when they're live versus the hide because it's a fresher scent. It's
Hmm.
moving, and you can train your dogs that way. And we've done it a bunch of times. Like we got that pecan orchard me and you parked at. So we've actually caught them before in traps and let them loose in the pecan orchard, and then they would run up one of those pecan trees there, and then you let the dog out that you're training, and let him try to find where that coon's at. Or if you have a hide, you can take the hide and drag it across the ground there, kind of like a duck dog or something. You train a duck, duck dog with a little duck decoy. With this, you take the hide and you drag it across the ground, and they smell that scent. You hang it up in a tree. You have like a rope on it or something so you don't lose it. is hanging up in the tree, and then the dog's supposed to smell it and go tree
Hmm.
it.
Yeah, we used to do deer like that, deer dogs. We'd take the paw and go pushing it through the woods, 150 yards, and then let them get on that track.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Tony, Tony, Tony. I'm here. Okay. Um, so has anybody got any questions about the Bible, or anybody got any coon hunting questions? Leave them in the comments section. I got two people. Let's see. On my computer shows two people watching. Shows five on my phone here. And let me make sure on. I got zero people watching on the personal page or commenting. So that tells me that everybody's either watching from Quake Radio's YouTube or my ministry page. So shout out to all y'all cool people who are watching that have shared it.
Thank y'all for
Shout out,
watching.
yeah, and shout out to Jason Katz, because if it wasn't for Jason, I wouldn't have the StreamYard platform to go live in three different places at one time. So I'm going to, while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna pin the radio stations, and then I'm gonna pin my uh, our ministry's YouTube. All right, so let me go in here, open link in new tab. I'm gonna take Quake Radio.
That's a good thing that you met Jason. That's a cool thing.
It is, because he is so cool. Even though we're from different backgrounds, like he lives up north. He lives in, where does he live at exactly? Galesburg, Indiana, or Illinois. Illinois or Indiana, wherever Galesburg is. He lives pretty close to Galesburg. So that's where he's at, which is cool.
I like to go live
And
with y'all one night on there.
yeah, please do. Um, we're actually gonna have a show. So for those who are watching, we're gonna do a show tomorrow night. So you can come live with us if you want to. So Adam come up with a topic for tomorrow night's show, the Three Wise Men. So the Three Wise Men show is me, Mitchell Houston or Huston, and then of course Jason Katz, and then Adam's been coming on here lately, coming up with topics and stuff, and then we'll get John on there with us one night. And so tomorrow night's topic is we go about an hour, 8:30 Central, which will be 9:30 their time, and then we'll go about an hour, and we talk about different Bible topics. But tomorrow night's topic is um, people. Why do certain people get this that they pray for, and other people don't get what they prayed for and get this and that? Why do people get this and you don't? That kind of thing. So that's what's going to be tomorrow's topic. So shout out to Adam for coming up with that topic. And all right, so let me pin this. Facebook.com/OIC Praise News. And the whole thing is kind of long, but it's
I'm
Quake
kind of
RC.
glad that I'm kind of glad that topic came up because I got some questions on stuff like that. But I mean, we already running into an hour, so I'll wait till tomorrow night to ask.
Okay, well that's cool if you want to do that. Um, all right, so let's see. Let me pin this. All right, go like Quake RC Praise News, where music is therapy.
How many people can you have on live?
I think so. With Facebook, you can do four people, but with
Hmm.
StreamYard, it depends on what plan you have through StreamYard.
Yeah.
But I think you can have like four or five people live at one time on StreamYard. So I'll check with Jason on that.
All right. Just let me know.
But okay, all right. So there. So I just highlighted the comment down there. It says go like Quake RC, where music is therapy. So that's our link. So y'all click that down there. It's the radio station's page. And I'm gonna do two more links. Um, so KW Quake. All right. So for those that want to listen to good Christian music, like if you're tired of listening to K Love, which I'm tired of listening to K Love, they play the same old, Christian music, and it's good stuff. It's good music. It's a good station. It's just not my kind of like. I prefer to listen to Christian rock, Christian rap music, and then if you do love K Love, I'm sure I know John does. You can go to so on our radio station, you can listen to the K Love type music we play in the mornings, which is super awesome. And of course, we play a lot of Jordan Felice in the mornings. I love him. We play Tom Golly. Shout out Tom Golly music. Tom's a good dude. And then of course we play underground Christian rap music. Underground Christian rap music's the majority of what we play. We play everything from Zonti to ASAP Preach. Every now and then you'll hear Toby Mac, which is cool. He's a big name. And then we
I mean,
play what now?
I listen to Caleb because I really don't know any other besides, you know, hearing
Oh
Jason here
sure,
recently.
oh sure. Hey, it's a good station. I ain't gonna knock it. Um, and and so like oh, we play a lot of Christian rock music too. We have a midnight show called Midnight Mayhem. We also have a Facebook for Midnight Mayhem, so y'all can look up our Facebook. It's MID Mid MNITE Mayhem. It's not spelled how you would think with NIGHT. It's NITE Mayhem. So we have that page, of course, the main Quake page. And so if anybody wants to listen to our station here, so there's an app you can download called Live 365. For those that's watching. And so Live 365 is a radio app. You can find any kind of radio station in the world. If you want to listen to it, it's probably on there. And so we're fortunate enough to have a channel on there for our station. So when you go there on the app, you just uh, type in Quake Radio and you'll find us. Or you can click this link for the website and it'll take you directly to our station. It's free to listen to. It's 24/7. So um, let's see. So who's your current favorite artist?
Um, to be honest with you, I listen to so much. I kind of listen to everybody.
Awesome.
I don't really have a whole lot of favorite because I listen to so much. I don't listen to the same thing over and over and over.
Well, that's cool. All right. So I just pinned the radio station. All right. So there's that. So people can click that link to go listen to our station. It's 24/7. Oh, if you like good Christian rock music, we play it late at night. Hopefully in the future we can get to play it more during the day, which would be awesome. And so that's that. And then one more thing I want to pin. I want to pin our YouTube. And I've got I think I've got either your hunt or I think your hunt and my hunt. No, I was live for your hunt on Facebook.
Yeah.
So so they can go back to Coon Outdoors Ministry, scroll down to the last live hunt, you'll see John shoot it out. And then my video is the one John got me of shooting a coon out after he did. So we was balling 3 for 3.
Yeah, I'm going to look for me a 22, a nice rifle to hunt with.
Oh nice. Um
I know Mr. Gerald's got that gun and you got a gun. I like having my own gun.
oh you need your own gun. In my opinion, I don't have it right here. I would show it to you. I think it's in my gun safe. But I've got a Henry 22, a Henry US, excuse me, a Henry AR-7 US survival rifle. You ever heard of those?
No.
In my opinion, it's the best shooting gun on the market. So it's so Henry Repeating Arms Corporation or Henry, yeah, I think that's how to say it. Henry Repeating Arms. So Henry makes a gun called AR-7 US survival rifle, and what it is, it's a tactical gun, and everything fits in the stock, and so it's super lightweight. It weighs less than 2 or 3 pounds or something like that. It's real lightweight. It's some kind of composite plastic. It's not plastic. It's some kind of stuff that's like plastic, and the butt stock of it comes off. It's a plastic piece you pull off, and then your barrel and comes with 2 clips are inside there. and it's made that way so you can take the barrel apart and travel it easy. It comes in a little cardboard carrying box. You can take it wherever.
Hmm.
And so mine, I kind of leave it all put together because I got scope on there. But it's like
It's a 22 though.
yes, um, yes, and yes, 22 long rifle. And so and it's pretty cool because like um it's lightweight and it's got an O-ring in the back. It'll float an inch out of the water, which is pretty cool. And so I use it, and they used to make different colors. They made a silver, which is the rare one. It was a baked on paint and finish. And now the only ones they make are black and camouflage. And the black and camouflage has orange accents to it, which is cool. And the history of the AR-7 was that it was invented in World War II for all your jump pilots that would jump out of an airplane,
Hmm.
and they were fighting overseas. They would jump out of a plane, and they needed something lightweight they could screw together and go to combat with. And that's where it got invented, was during World War II. Pretty cool.
Is it a very expensive gun?
Not really. It's in my opinion, and I know I said it's the most accurate gun out there. I doubt it is the most accurate, but it's pretty accurate for what it is.
Yeah.
It's like a $200 gun. It's less than $300, and I like it because it's lightweight. Of course, I like Remington. I like Winchester. Mr. Gerald, his gun is a Ruger, which Ruger's a nice gun. They're American made too, which is cool. Um, and then Henry makes a Golden Boy, uh, which is cool. which has a it's a lever action, and it's got a gold plate on the side made with walnut stock. And then Henry also makes a automatic or a pump action, which is cool too. And mine, the cool thing about it, it's got a little clip that puts in the bottom of it, and it holds 8 rounds per clip.
It's cool. There's not. Is
uh,
there like in your clips? Is there like how many bullets you can hold in your clip or no?
yes.
Do
So
they
so
tell
this one,
you?
so mine holds 8 per clip.
I mean, so if the game warden come up on you, is there like a clip that you can't have this certain many bullets in a clip or anything?
Not that I
No.
know of. Not that I know of. I wish
That's
I had my gun.
the other night I was watching a video on YouTube and this guy they shot like 6 or 7 times to get a coon out. I was like, I mean, every hunt they did, it was like 6 or 7 times they had to shoot him.
And
I
you
thought that was kind
know,
of crazy.
it is like, so a good hunt is when you go whack 'em and stack 'em. And when I mean by whack 'em and stack 'em, like, of course you get, well, everybody knows what whack 'em and stack 'em is. All you rednecks know what that is, and your hunters.
Oh
You
yeah.
just go out there and just shoot them. And but like, a sure enough good hunt where you're on fire is when you hit them one shot, one kill, like you did. It falls out, and then like my shot, one of my shots recently. And so, and then like, but there is times where
It all
you have to
depends on
shoot.
where he's at in the tree too.
Yes, and there is times where if you can't see him good, you have to shoot several times to try to hit him.
Yeah.
And then there's times where like you'll shoot one and he gets stuck in a tree, and there's no way to get him out other than to keep shooting until it falls out. And sometimes it's we've had this happen before where you shoot and shoot to try to knock him out, and it still don't fall out, and he's just there. It's like, well, we just have to leave him there.
Yeah. You're probably not too many though. You probably don't have to leave too many in the tree, huh?
No, no, usually,
They
and
fall.
yeah, usually they fall every now and then. Of course, we try to. The one good thing I forgot to mention earlier is coon hunting. It helps the turkey population, so it kind of helps the turkeys from because the coons, they'll wipe out a turkey population. They'll eat your eggs. Um, they'll destroy. turkey babies. They'll just raid their nest, and so it's good to get rid of them. But also, we don't just go through there and just shoot everything we see either, because a lot of times, if we see one that's a little baby, we're not going to shoot it. We'll leave it, let it grow, get bigger, or sometimes we'll shoot one out to reward the dog, and we may and if it's like three in a tree, we may shoot one, may shoot two, and just leave the one in there for next time.
Yeah.
But you would have to be on a small piece of land to just shoot all of them out. If it's a large piece of land, you're not going to, unless you just sit there and hunt it every single night of the week. Then you would get rid of.
Um, I was going to ask you something. I don't even remember what I was going to ask you. Mine went blank.
That's right. So if you can think of one more question, we'll take one more question. If anybody's got any questions, John got any, you got a Bible question, you let us know. I may not know all the answers. John may not know all the answers, but we willing to ask somebody. We can look it up.
Yeah.
I can tell you this: I ain't no Bible scholar by no means.
Yep. That's what I'm trying to do. Learn everything I can.
That's great. The more you read your Bible, the better. The more you stay in God's Word, the better. It'll help you out throughout life.
Hey, have you ever seen this little book right here
What's the name of it?
by Jesus? 39 Stripes We Were Healed.
I have not.
Yeah, so it's like my grandma sent me this a long time ago, and it goes back to like 39. So every 39 days in a row, you read it,
Uh,
and you put down on every page, what you're praying for, and by like the 39th um, stripe, they're saying it says that you're supposed to heal what you've prayed about in the 39 days that you've done it.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, my grandma gave it to me, and I said, I just found it in my box over there. I said, I'm gonna have to do it.
Oh, that is cool, man. Yeah, that's great.
I'll have to show it to you next time. Which
Yeah, do that. So I've got a book here. Actually, I got two books. I'll show you before I get off live here. Let's see. Here's one, and let me find the other one. I got a hardback book. What did I do? Don't tell me it got moved. Where's my hardback book? Well, I don't have it. So I'll just show you this one. So I don't think I showed you this one at the event at the Striper concert or not. But for those that's watching, this is a cool devotional. If you're a music fan or if you're a Striper fan, you need to get this devotional. This is awesome. It's 53:5 King James version, devotional. And of course, John remembers we went to the Striper concert,
Yep.
and I got the band to autograph that, which is super cool. Oh, the first one I met, which is Robert Sweet over here on the end. That's Michael Sweet, the lead singer's brother. That's Robert. Oh, he asked me, he said, "Hey, brother, where you want me to sign it, brother?" And so I got him to sign it. He was super cool. And then, of course, you got Oz Fox there, lead guitarist, and then Michael Sweet, lead singer. And then you got Perry Richardson on the bottom, which is the new bass player. Has been there about 2 years now. And then, of course, that's their pastor that goes on tour with them, Joel, I think's his name. Yeah, Pastor Joe. So Joe goes with them. So if you're a fan of Striper, hello there, Kaza. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in, Kaza Ingram, all the way from Australia. Good day, mate. So she's from Australia. So this is a cool. What this does is it talks about all of Striper's songs, Like their song "Loud and Clear" was the first page, and then "From Wrong to Right," and it talks about their songs and what the meaning behind it is with scripture. And it's really cool. It's a good little devotional you can read if you love listening to their music. So,
That was a good band.
oh, let me tell you, that was probably my favorite concert. Um, it wasn't the most flashiest show I've ever seen. It wasn't like We the Kingdom last year, Winter Jam. It wasn't like extravagant, fifty
Yeah,
thousand lights. It wasn't that. But for a metal show where it was just straight metal and Jesus in your face, it was the best.
yeah,
Kaza says she's in Bali at the moment. Okay, well that's cool. Well, I'm glad to have you tune in. Yeah, yeah. Let me know how that devotional goes for you.
yeah. I will.
So you got anything else you want to?
Um, I think I'm good for tonight.
All right. So how about this? Would you like to pray to end the show?
Um, yeah, I can.
It ain't got to be nothing extravagant. Something simple. However you want to do it.
All right. You
Cool.
ready to end it?
Yes.
Dear Lord, thank you for tonight, being able to fellowship with these guys and have a good time here and talk about you, Lord. And Lord, thank you for helping us with this Coon Hunters ministry page and getting people to come on here and talk about you and get us closer to you. And Lord, I just thank you for everything that you've done for me and hooking me up with Jared. And you know, this is what I needed. And thank you for all the people that watched tonight. And um, I just thank you and I praise you. Amen.
That was awesome. Good job. Good job. Uh, we got three people still watching. So that's Kaza Ingram, and I'm not sure who the other two are, but thank y'all for watching. And I'm gonna end a live, but stay in the box right there.
All right.
So see you later, Chasm. See you
See
later,
y'all.
everybody. God loves you. Jesus saves.